Every time I watch Mafia din Urziceni, I'm struck by how perfectly it captures the essence of Romania's social satire, the collision between cynicism and innocence, between laughter and despair. On the surface, it's a story about villagers panicking over a non-existent criminal threat. Beneath the surface, it's a sharp commentary on corruption, propaganda, and the manipulation of fear, not only in Fierbinți, but in the nation as a whole. The episode unfolds like a microcosm of political theater. The rumor of a mafia invasion acts as a spark that ignites latent anxieties. Within hours, local leaders try to exploit the fear for personal gain. Bobiță declares himself chief of security, while Ardiles sells fake insurance against mafiosi attacks. Their schemes mimic the logic of populist politics, promising safety, spreading panic, then selling the cure. The villagers, disoriented and amused, participate willingly. What begins as gossip transforms into a full-blown simulation of governance, complete with propaganda and scapegoats. From a structural standpoint, this episode is a masterpiece of escalation. Each scene builds upon the last with mathematical precision. Dialogue overlaps, misunderstandings multiply, and irony thickens like fog. The humor, though constant, is razor-sharp. It exposes how easily power can emerge from chaos, and how quickly communities surrender autonomy when confronted with fear. The cinematography reinforces this theme with subtle visual cues. The recurring motif of the black car, seen from a distance, distorted by heat waves, becomes an emblem of unseen authority. The framing often positions characters at the edges of the screen, dwarfed by empty landscapes, underscoring their insignificance. In several shots, fences and windows obscure the view, symbolizing how perception itself becomes imprisoned. The writing deserves special praise for its precision. Mafia din Urziceni uses humor not as escapism, but as critique. Every laugh contains discomfort. When Gianni suggests forming a village militia with toy guns, we laugh, but the subtext is chilling. It reflects how collective delusion can normalize absurdity. By the time the villagers march through the streets chanting "Fierbinți is ours," the comedy shades into something darker, a portrait of nationalism in miniature, born from ignorance and desperation. As someone who has lived through political transitions where propaganda ruled through fear, I found this episode hauntingly familiar. The dialogue echoes real conversations I've heard in small towns, where rumors about outsiders, whether mafiosi, politicians, or foreigners, become tools to maintain control. The beauty of Las Fierbinți lies in its refusal to moralize. It doesn't point fingers. Instead, it invites laughter, and through laughter, recognition. One of the most powerful scenes comes near the end, when Celentano delivers a drunken monologue about real mafias. He says, "The mafia doesn't come from Urziceni. The mafia comes from your pocket, from your heart, from the way you cheat your neighbor and smile." It's a line that crystallizes the episode's entire philosophy. Corruption is not an external invasion. It's a contagion we carry within us. After the misunderstanding is revealed and the villagers realize they've been chasing ghosts, there's no moral victory, only silence. They return to drinking and joking as if nothing happened, yet the laughter feels hollow. It's the sound of resignation. They have seen the truth, but prefer the comfort of ignorance. This episode operates on multiple levels. It's a farce, a sociological study, and a political allegory. It examines how humor itself can become a weapon, used by those in power to distract, by the powerless to endure, and by artists to expose. Watching Mafia din Urziceni feels like witnessing a country laugh at its own wounds. From a cinematic standpoint, the editing rhythm mirrors the tempo of rumor. Abrupt cuts, overlapping dialogue, shifting focus, as if the narrative itself were infected by hysteria. The score alternates between rustic folk tunes and eerie silence, emphasizing how easily laughter can slide into unease. Personally, I think this episode's genius lies in its restraint. It never preaches. It simply holds up a mirror. And in that reflection, we see not just Fierbinți, but all of us, how we construct illusions of order from chaos, how we weaponize humor against our fears, and how deep down, every community carries its own small mafia of lies and compromises. Mafia din Urziceni reminds me why Las Fierbinți endures. It's not because it makes us laugh. It's because it makes us laugh at the precise moment when we should be crying. And somehow, that laughter saves us.